Hey everybody, it's Molly with AllEars, and I am back from my office with a brand new video. Today's topic, we're talking mistakes people make in Animal Kingdom and how you can avoid them. We did this with Magic Kingdom, we did this with Epcot, we did it with Hollywood Studios, and now we're ready to share some of the biggest blunders people make when it comes to touring Animal Kingdom, how you can avoid them and make sure you have the best day ever. Are you ready? Are you excited? It's gonna get wild. Big disclaimer before we get into the meat of this. This is all based on my experience in the park prior to the closure. Some of these things will not be that helpful right now when the parks initially reopen. We already know Fast Pass isn't going to be available when the parks initially reopen. We already know hours are shorter. We're not sure what entertainments and show offerings are going to be happening when Animal Kingdom initially reopens. That said, some of these tips are still going to be really helpful even right now in this initial reopening phase. And then some of the tips, you're going to want to save them for later whenever Fast Pass does come back and the park capacity increases and the hours extend again. So just wanted to put that out there. Keep that in mind for some of these tips as we watch throughout the video. Last thing on this disclaimer, make sure you're following us on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, getting our newsletter, because when Disney drops all this new information in this crazy never before time, we put it all there so you can get the information as fast as possible. So make sure you're following along there, because as the parks changes, as things happen, we're going to keep you updated. Mistake in Animal Kingdom. Number one, not knowing when to ride Flight of Passage. Again, this is all based on my experience beforehand, but Flight of Passage is arguably the most difficult Fast Pass to get in Walt Disney World. It's an incredible attraction, 44-inch height requirement. This is the flagship attraction in Pandora. This is that 3D attraction that puts you on the back of a Banshee and you fly over the Valley of Moara. It's absolutely incredible. The technology is insane. Highly, highly recommend you ride Flight of Passage. But like I said, it's a very difficult Fast Pass to get, and the standby lines are very, very long. So a lot of people think if they show up at 9 o'clock or whenever the park opens that they can beat the line and they can get into the park and maybe not have a long line at Flight of Passage. But that's actually not true. Typically the park would open prior to the announced opening. So if the park opened at 9, they were really letting people in like 30 to 45 minutes early, letting them start to queue up for Flight of Passage and even starting to operate Flight of Passage so that people could get on it before the park even officially opened. I have done this several times, and I was able to get through Flight of Passage in a 25 to 45 minute wait just about every single time, which is very, very low for an attraction that normally has a multi-hour wait. By the time I got off the attraction at 9 o'clock when the park was actually open, it was usually already sporting at least a 2, if not a more hour-long wait. So if you show up right at 9, you're already too late. You're gonna wait up for a long time in line. Another tip, if you can't get there that early in the morning, you can usually get in line just a few minutes prior to park closure. And even if it is an hour or two long line, you're waiting at it when the rest of the park is closed, so it's not like you're missing out anything. I've also noticed sometimes that they inflate the wait times at the end of the night, so it may not actually really still be 2 hours. It may be closer to 1 hour. You're not really sure, but there's a good chance that could happen. And even if it doesn't, you're still waiting in a line when the park's already closed. So again, you're not missing anything else waiting in that line then. As far as Flight of Passage goes, you're gonna wanna go first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Don't waste a bunch of hours in the middle of your day waiting in that attraction queue. Animal Kingdom mistake number 2, thinking you need to book a Tier 1 Fast Pass attraction. Again, Fast Pass will not be operating when Disney resumes. Disney has canceled all current Fast Pass reservations, but this is great advice for when Disney reopens the Fast Pass system. So Animal Kingdom is a tiered park like Epcot or Hollywood Studios, where you can have 1 attraction in Tier 1 and then 2 attractions in Tier 2. And a lot of people think that because of this, they have to get a Tier 1 attraction and then 2 Tier 2 attractions. But that's simply not true. In Tier 1 are both of your Pandora attractions. So you've got Flight of Passage, again, excellent, amazing, must-do attraction. If the Fast Pass is available, you need to grab it. But it's usually right at that 60-day mark is the only time you can get it, unless you, of course, fiddle faddle day of. The other Tier 1 attraction is the Na'vi River Journey, which is that slow-moving boat ride attraction in Animal Kingdom. Now, Na'vi River Journey is fine, but it's not something I would get an initial Fast Pass for. If Flight of Passage is not available, I'm gonna get 3 Tier 2 Fast Pass attractions. So for me, if I can't get Flight of Passage, I'm gonna get Kilimanjaro Safaris. That is a very, very popular attraction. Usually doesn't have less than an hour, if not longer wait time. That's when the whole family can enjoy. So I'm gonna get Kilimanjaro Safaris. I'm probably gonna get Dinosaur. Dinosaur is a thrill ride in Dinoland USA, 40-inch height requirement, super fun. And then for my third Fast Pass, I'm either gonna do Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain TM, if I'm going with other people. There is a single rider line at Everest, so if I'm going by myself, I'm probably not gonna grab a Fast Pass for it. But if I'm going with other people, I definitely want to get on Everest, very popular roller coaster attraction, or I'm going to get a Fast Pass for Festival of the Lion King, which is my favorite show at Animal Kingdom and all of Walt Disney World. And it is so popular that they usually have a pretty long wait. And if you get a Fast Pass for it, you're guaranteeing you get to see that show. So if you want to ride Navi River Journey and it's the must-do on your list and you've never done it and you absolutely want to, by all means, grab that Tier 1 Fast Pass for it. But remember, you don't have to get a Tier 1. And furthermore, I usually see Navi River Journey pop up later in the day, so you may be able to get it as a secondary Fast Pass. As a reminder, once you've used your initial 3 Fast Passes, you can get more one at a time out of Tier 1 or Tier 2. So if you have Kilimanjaro Safaris and Dinosaur and Expedition Everest, ride all of those, and then look again, you may still be able to get Navi River Journey later in the day. Mistake number 3, not putting the animal in Animal Kingdom. Now, a lot of people will make Kilimanjaro Safaris a must-do priority when they go to Animal Kingdom, as they should. This is the 20 to 30 minute safari attraction in the Africa section. When it puts you on that safari truck, takes you through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, and you're gonna see real lions, real elephants, real giraffes, real wildebeest. It's awesome. Absolutely must do. And my favorite thing about the safari is even if you do it multiple times in one day, you're gonna have a totally different experience because the animals are real animals and they're gonna do different things, you're gonna see different things. So it's great. I absolutely recommend riding Kilimanjaro Safaris. But most people don't go past that and check out the other animal exhibits that are on display at Animal Kingdom. There are some great things, and these are all great ways to spend a few minutes of quiet time. These are a little more relaxing, great thing to do in between those big key attractions, in between meals, great filler things to do, and really immerse you into the theme of Animal Kingdom. You've got the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. This one is located at the exit of Kilimanjaro Safaris. It's the only place you're gonna see gorillas. You can also see meerkats. You can see hippos from an underwater viewing area. There is an okapi, which are they look like antelope wearing zebra pants, but they're closely related to the giraffe. Learned that on Kilimanjaro Safaris. They're super cute. You can get a better look at them. There are different animals on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Again, the gorillas are the big draw there. Disney actually has a baby gorilla right now, as well as a couple males, and it's a whole family unit. Super, super fun. Only gonna see gorillas on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Over in the Asia section, you've got the Maharaja Jungle Trek. This is where the only place you're gonna see tigers in Animal Kingdom. You can see bats if you're into that. They also have a great aviary, a Komodo dragon, again, if you're into that sort of thing. So again, it's over back by Kali River Rapids, super fun. Do make sure on both of these trails, though, that you check the closure times because they do typically close a little bit earlier than the park so the animals can go night-night. Another great place to see animals is Rafiki's Planet Watch. You can catch the train to Rafiki's Planet Watch right near the Kilimanjaro Safaris entrance. That will take you up to Conservation Station where you can actually see animals such as, they've got a lot of reptiles and amphibian displays. They have a vet area up there where sometimes you may be able to actually see the Animal Kingdom animal team working on different animals, doing different procedures. It's also got the affection section up there. The affection section is a petting zoo area with sheep and goats. You can also see llamas and cows and donkeys, and that's a great place for kids to go and actually get up close and personal with some animals, learn a few things. There's also exhibits just as you're wandering around. There's otters. Oh, there's the Discovery Life trails. These are located near the Tree of Life. You're gonna see there's some otters near there. There's some kangaroos. There's some lemurs, porcupines. There's a ton of animals people really don't realize that you can see in Animal Kingdom. The gibbons near Kali River Rapids and Expedition Everest are really cool. There's a huge alligator in Dinoland USA. So make sure you're spending some time, you're slowing down. This is the best part, in my opinion, to like chill out and slow down and make sure you're seeing some of these awesome animal exhibits while you're there as well. Number 4, thinking Animal Kingdom is a half-day park. Now, once upon a time, this was true. The park, when it initially opened, didn't offer any kind of nighttime entertainment. It usually closed around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and there wasn't a ton of attractions the way they were at another park like Magic Kingdom. Nowadays, that's simply not true. Well, it may be true when the parks reopen and Animal Kingdom is slated to close at 6 every night, but prior to the closure, it definitely wasn't true. And the reason being is there's a lot of nightlife now at Animal Kingdom. For starters, Pandora is there. So not only did you add 2 attractions, but Pandora at night is an attraction of itself. It's a bioluminescent forest. It lights up. It's absolutely spectacular. And I highly encourage anyone to go walk through Pandora at night, even if you're not going to ride the attractions. It's truly beautiful. You've also got the addition of Rivers of Light, which is a nighttime spectacular located in an amphitheater outside of Expedition Everest. It's a projection show on water that includes floats and projections and a great soundtrack. Not gonna lie, wasn't my favorite nighttime spectacular when it originally debuted, but in the most recent renovation or most recent retelling of Rivers of Light, they've incorporated Disney music and Disney projections from The Lion King and Tarzan and The Jungle Book and Disney nature films and Pocahontas and other nature and animal related films, so I really do enjoy Rivers of Light a lot more. And pro tip, if there are 2 Rivers of Lights debut on one night, they often, when they're running it, do run 2 different shows. Go to the second one, it will likely be less crowded and you can get a better seat. Some attractions run at night now. Expedition Everest, if you haven't ridden it at night, you absolutely need to, especially if you're an Everest fan. It is a completely different vibe, completely different experience when you go at night versus during the day. You can also do a Kilimanjaro sunset safari now, where they run Kilimanjaro safaris in the evening time, and you're going to get a different experience than you would during the day. It's a little bit cooler, so you may be able to see a few animals a little bit more. Some of the animals are more active in the dusk time. Just make sure if you want to ride Kilimanjaro safaris in the evening, you check what time the last safari departs, because sometimes they still close earlier than the rest of the park, even though they're operating later than they initially did. You've also got the Tree of Life Awakenings, which is a really cool projection show on the Tree of Life. Think Happily Ever After projections at Magic Kingdom, the wonderful world of animation over at Hollywood Studios. They project different animals on the tree. They make the tree come to life, like the wooden carvings they'll appear to come to life before your eyes. They'll do like stories of the park itself. So you'll see like the banshees from Avatar or dinosaurs from Dinoland USA. They may tell the story of the Lion King. At the holiday time, they did a whole thing about baby animals seeing snow for the first time. It was adorable. They did a whole story about a fox who was giving things to all of his animal neighbors and then came home alone only to find that all the animal neighbors had decorated his house too. I could cry just thinking about it. It was adorable. So the Tree of Life has these different stories that are projected on it. So that way, if you stay in there for 20, 30 minutes, you're gonna see a few of these different projection stories, and they're really, really cool, and they're really, really sweet, and a really nice way to cap off your evening at Animal Kingdom. Also, during the holidays last year, Animal Kingdom really stepped it up and installed all kinds of awesome new holiday decor. They had luminary lights on the roofs near the Tree of Light that really popped in the evening time. They had Diwali decorations in Asia. They had Christmas lights all over Dinoland USA. So if you're there at the holiday time, I hope they do it again this year. Animal Kingdom really, really was beautiful and warm and had that holiday spirit in the wintertime at night as well. Number 5, not knowing where to eat. Now, while Epcot is best known as the foodie park in Disney World, and I'm not going to argue with that, Animal Kingdom is actually a close second. There are some incredibly good places to eat at Animal Kingdom, both full service and quick service, as well as snacks, and a lot of people don't think of food in Animal Kingdom when they totally should. As far as quick services go, you cannot go wrong with Flame Tree Barbecue. That is definitely a fan favorite barbecue spot in Discovery Island. You're gonna get your ribs, your chicken. I love those pulled pork fries that are like the thing of fries with cheese sauce and some smoked pork on top. Absolutely delicious. I also love Satuli Canteen, which is the quick service in Pandora. You can find my beloved cheeseburger pods there on the kids menu, or they've got the create your own bowls where you can choose your base, your sauce, and your protein. Get a little customizable, definitely not normal theme park food, a little bit healthier, a little bit lighter, but a lot of fun in a really cool setting. Also in Pandora, you've got the Pongu Pongu snack stand. That is a snack stand that sells a few specific exclusive to Pandora snacks, such as the Night Blossom. That's that layered green and purple frozen slush. You can get it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Super, super pretty, delicious. Got those boba balls on top. You can also, at Pongu Pongu, get arguably the best giant pretzel with beer cheese. It trumps the one in Germany, in my opinion. It's huge. It's literally this big. Got some really good beer cheese. That's also where you can get the Pongo Lumpia, which is that cream cheese and pineapple egg roll. Again, that's not a snack everybody likes. I personally do. You can only get that at Pongu Pongu. You've got Tiffin's, which is the signature restaurant located in Animal Kingdom. This isn't one I would recommend to people who aren't more adventurous with their food options. It's definitely got a little bit more of an exciting and exotic menu, and it's definitely a sit-down experience. The restaurant itself is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a museum and an homage to Animal Kingdom, and it's got that signature service. It's A+. Some of the food that I've tried there, they have a whole fried fish if you want to get a little bit crazy. Actually very tasty. They've got blackened octopus that was fabulous. A mushroom soup I've had there's been fantastic. Shrimp and grits. So a little bit more exotic, exciting food, and again, a signature experience. So if you're not one who wants to sit and have a long meal in a theme park, or you're you're a more conservative, picky eater, maybe not for you. But if you're a foodie, somebody who wants to try something new, definitely check out Tiffin's. Also attached to Tiffin's, the Nomad Lounge, one of my favorite spots in all of Disney World. They have incredible cocktails. A lot of the cocktails you're not going to get anywhere else. And they also do some great small plates, including a bread service. They have some sliders. They've got yucca fries, Nomad Lounge. And it's just like serene and this big wraparound porch with couches. It's just a lovely experience, and definitely something I recommend if you're looking for a more relaxing experience at Animal Kingdom. And those are just a few of my favorite food options at Animal Kingdom. Truly, there's not much bad food at Animal Kingdom. You've got some other snack stands that are great. Yak and Yeti quick service and Folger Chris is great. Tusker House is one of my favorite character meals when it's operating. So truly, Animal Kingdom, they know where it's at when it comes to food. Number 6, foodies, this is for you. We're gonna build on the last one, not knowing about Animal Kingdom's super awesome food events. Once again, everybody knows about the Epcot Food and Wine Festival or the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival and the special seminars and experiences that come with something like the Food and Wine Festival. People don't realize that Animal Kingdom has a few great offerings of their own. For example, usually twice a year, they do what's called the Tasting Sampler. And at the stands around Animal Kingdom, such as 8 Spoon Cafe, where you can normally get that great mac and cheese, Mr. Kamal's, Kusafiri, they do have, similar to Food and Wine, little tasting platters that you can get, little samples, things that are only offered for a limited time during this event. They have a passport with everything in it, so it's really legit. They also usually do some kind of deal where if you buy a digital gift card, you may get if you buy a $50 gift card, you may get a bonus $10 gift card that can be used certain places or something like that. But the tasting sampler would be a really fun way to spend your day at Animal Kingdom. And a lot of times the tasting sampler is where they debut some of the favorites that become permanents on the Animal Kingdom menu. If you've watched the channel before, you know I'm always raving about that ice cream cookie sandwich at Dino Bites. Well, the strawberry shortcake one I'm so obsessed with. It's 2 sugar cookies, strawberry ice cream in the middle, rolled in strawberry pound cake. Ugh, I'm dreaming about it. That was debuted at one of the tasting samplers. Or the Mr. Kamal's fries, which are the seasoned French fries that come with a variety of dipping sauces. That started at one of these tasting samplers. So you may be able to taste a new favorite that's going to stick around, or you're going to taste some things that are limited edition that you wouldn't get to try again. Another great special event that they do at Animal Kingdom for foodies is called the Circle of Flavors Harambe at Night. Now this is a specialty ticketed event. It is steep. It's $125 for an adult and $99 for kids. But it is on certain nights. It's 3 hours long from 6 to 9. And it is an all you care to eat and all you care to drink progressive dinner through Animal Kingdom. You will start at the Harambe train station to go to Rafiki's Planet Watch. They had live entertainment. They had African wines and beers, and they've got some light tapas there for you to enjoy. Pog juice mimosas. Then you took the train up to Rafiki's Planet Watch. They had some characters there, some entertainment again, and then they had some specialty cocktails that they didn't have before, as well as some munchies, some trail mixes, some snacks, lots of flavors and fun. Then they took you back on the train over to the Harambe Marketplace, which is that quick service marketplace area, completely closed down unless you were going to the event. And the event's main meal was themed after Africa's big 5 animals. So that's your lion, your leopard, your rhino, your elephant, and your Cape buffalo. Fun fact that I learned in actual Africa, they are called the Big 5 because those were the hardest for game hunters to actually hunt and kill, but now they're called the Big 5 for us safari viewers because those are like the pinnacle of what you want to see when you go on a safari. And if you get to see all 5, then you really had a great safari. I did get to see all 5. It was awesome. I digress. The menu is based after these different animals. So like the lion section had a lot of meat, whereas the rhino section was a completely plant-based section because a rhino is a plant-based eater. They had little tapas. You can get as much as you want. Again, wines, beers, cocktails. They had hot dogs and not hot dogs, but like fancy themed hot, spicy hot dogs that went. Huge dessert station, live music. They had crafts. It was an awesome, awesome event. Again, it is steep at $125 an adult. So I really think the best people that will enjoy this are people that are going to want to try a lot of different food, a lot of different flavors, and adults who are going to take advantage of the fact that it is also all you care to drink, and they're going to really appreciate the 3 hours of just relaxing and eating and sampling and doing all these other things, as opposed to kids. I don't think they would get as much enjoyment about it. But if you're a foodie and you're considering doing a nice meal or something like that, you could do that instead and be a really cool experience. Number 7, forgetting how hot Animal Kingdom is. Now, I know I talk about this, I've talked about this before, I talked about it at Epcot, but I really want to drive home the point that Animal Kingdom is the hottest Disney park. It has something to do with science that I cannot explain to you, but because there are so many plants and so much foliage, it's more humid because of the plant emissions, and it's like, there's something about carbon dioxide and oxygen. It's also a lot of concrete. I don't know the science behind it. Clearly, I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy. You can look it up if you really want to know, and maybe someone can explain it better to me. All I know is it's hotter in Animal Kingdom than it is anywhere else on the same exact day. If you've been to Animal Kingdom in the summer, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. Because of this, it is even more important anywhere else to hydrate when you go to Animal Kingdom because it is so warm. My recommendations, if you are booking a fast pass for a show or something that's indoors, try and book it at one that's in the middle of the day, so that way if you're going to see Festival of the Lion King, you may as well see the noon or the 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock show, so that you are guaranteed to be sitting down in air conditioning for half an hour during the hottest part of the day. Make sure to bring your refillable water bottles and refill them when you can. Get the free water that you can get at the quick service restaurants. Maybe plan your dining reservations again in that hottest part of the day so you can make sure you're sitting inside. Go in and out of air-conditioned shops, but truly, Animal Kingdom is very warm. And when it comes to the animals, try not to do the animal experiences in the middle of the day either, because it's hot. Most of these animals are sleeping during the day, or they may go inside. They have access to their cool barns and their cool where they live throughout the day, so they may not be on display. So if you can, avoid Kilimanjaro safaris in the middle of the day. Go first thing in the morning, go in the evening, go when it rains, and that will make for a better animal viewing experience as well. Number 8, the last mistake a lot of people make is skipping the entertainment at Animal Kingdom. Now, I know for a lot of people, when they think entertainment at Disney World, they think Hollywood Studios, they may even think Magic Kingdom. A lot of people, Animal Kingdom does not come to mind. That is a mistake. Some of the best entertainment in all of Walt Disney World is at Animal Kingdom. During the day, we've got some of the best shows at Animal Kingdom. Festival of the Lion King. It is my favorite thing in Animal Kingdom. It may be my favorite thing in Disney World. It is so incredible. It's a crowd pleaser. Everyone in your party should enjoy it, from the oldest to the youngest. You've got big floats. You've got the amazing soundtrack of the Lion King. You've got fire performers. You've got acrobats. You've got aerial artists. It's so fun. It's so energetic. It's an incredible show. I put it on everyone's must-see list when they go to Animal Kingdom. The other big show in Animal Kingdom is Finding Nemo the Musical. Now, disclaimer, this is not my favorite show. It's a little too long in my opinion. It's almost 40 minutes long, which is a big chunk out of your day. And it's an original show with original music, which is all beautiful. But because people don't know it, unless they've seen the show already, you kind of lose the whole, like, everybody's clapping and dancing along because they love this song because they heard it in a Disney movie. That said, people love this show. The puppets are incredible. The performers are amazing. And it is, like Lion King, a Broadway caliber performance. So while not my perfect show, not my choice, if I have to choose Animal King, Festival of Lion King or Nemo, I'm clearly going Lion King. But I wanted to highlight that because a lot of people really do enjoy it. And if you're a Nemo fan, this may be something that you really want to do. Additionally, Animal Kingdom has a lot of great street entertainment when they are offering all of it. They've got the Harambe acrobats. These guys are insane. They are in Africa and they literally like pile several different guys on top of each other and they do flips and they are like absolutely bonkers, and they've got the drums going the whole time. Super high energy, super fun entertainment in the atmosphere. That's when I actually recommend looking at the Times Guide or your My Disney Experience app to figure out when they're going to be there, because it is a great show. Also in Africa, you've got drummers that will come out. You've got a guy that plays a stringed instrument called the kora. String instrument called the kora. The act is called Kora Tinga Tinga, and the guy will come and play that. That's a really nice atmospheric music that you'll enjoy, as well as, again, the Tam Tam drummers are in Harambe. Over in Pandora, you've got a guy that will walk around in a crazy utility suit. You've also got some drummers there. Not all of these are ones that I'm telling you or suggesting you run back and forth across the park to make sure you get to it. And there's also Viva Guy, that's a band that will play sometime out in Discovery Island. They've got dancers in the Asia section. So most of these things, I'm not saying plan your day around them, but if you stumble upon them, they're super fun, they're super great. The ones I would plan my day around, again, Russell the Lion King, if you want to see any of the nighttime shows, and I do really love those Harambe acrobats. Well, friends, that wraps up 8 mistakes people make in Animal Kingdom and how you can avoid them. What's your best tip for touring Animal Kingdom? Definitely let us know in the comments. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media at AllEars.net, and until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.